This episode is brought to you by The Chronic Factory, a vertically integrated cannabis shop located in Denver, Colorado. They are your one-stop shop for extracts, edibles, and flower. Stop by their shop and use the code DUBSTEP FBI to get 20% off your order. Check them out, and we hope you enjoy this episode of Filthy Beat Inspectors.
On the bus goes.
What's up, everyone? I'm Chrissy.
I'm Yessie.
And we are the Dubstep FBI. We're coming at you live from the studio in Denver. And this episode, we've officially arrested BAINBRIDGE. Now, BAINBRIDGE, he's also known as Reggie Mo. He established a place in the bass music scene after dropping his larger-than-life track, Immortals. He released the Genesis EP on Disciple Roundtable in early 2020 and has seen incredible support from artists like Excision, Modestep, 12th Planet, and more. His tracks have accumulated hundreds of thousands of plays across various platforms, and his sound continues to push the industry forward. Welcome to the show, BAINBRIDGE. We have you arrested for the next 30 minutes.
I hope you're okay with that.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with it.
Well, how have you been, dude? We haven't seen each other since February when you were out here in Denver. What's quarantine been like for you?
Just a lot of music, sleeping, and video games.
Music, sleep, play.
Yeah, that's it, honestly. I really haven't been doing too much else other than that. Live streams, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've been killing it with those live streams. Got to keep it going, right?
Yeah, right? I mean, that's pretty much what live events are right now, so.
Yeah, that and dubstep drive-ins, right?
Yeah, drive-ins are the new thing, apparently.
I'd love to get on one of those. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, they've actually been going in with them here. I think we've had like 4 or 5 here in Denver.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a just to say you did it sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you only really lived through a pandemic once, I feel like.
I know. My landlord is 80, and she was talking to me about how she's never even seen anything like this. And I mean, it's crazy. It doesn't feel like it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, but I guess it is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think we'll ever see something like this ever again.
Yeah.
It'll be in history books, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's crazy just to know how much it's changing everything, you know, with when it comes to work, because now I've been working remotely, and it seems that my work and I will be staying remote forever.
Right.
And I mean, I'm happy about that, because once I can start traveling again, then I can just work from anywhere, right?
I mean, I'm kind of a homebody as it is, so it hasn't changed much for me other than just like playing shows.
Would you say you've been more productive during quarantine?
That's a tough one. I mean, there's definitely days where it's like I've been more productive, and there's definitely days where I'm like, I don't want to do anything.
Right.
I mean, not gonna lie, I definitely woke up like 30 minutes ago.
You're a savage.
Yeah, no, I've been sleeping like all day.
You're a night crawler then, I guess.
You're probably like, crap, the Dubstep FBI girls are calling me. They're going to arrest me.
I literally, I'm not kidding. It was like 7:30 and I was like, and I set a 15-minute alarm on my phone to get up.
Oh my gosh, someone get this guy an espresso shot.
Yeah,
literally.
I know.
No, maybe like 3.
Yeah.
Instead of a gallon.
I always go to the coffee shop in my town, but they close at 6.
Oh, too late.
Yeah, so after this, I'm going to be going to the gas station and getting some caffeine.
Well, we've got a couple questions for you first. So, you recently dropped your new track Zealot with Disciple Roundtable. Honestly, like, that's probably one of my favorites off of the whole compilation.
For sure.
How did you come up with the vocals for that?
Splice. Honestly, yeah, they're Splice samples. They were like old movie recordings. Because I was just going through vocals and I was trying to think of like what I kind of wanted the theme to be, and it was giving me this like cultist type vibe. So I went and found vocals that were talking about like a following and like stuff like that.
Does it say Demon Call?
It's Demon Cult, actually.
Demon Cult. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so
Demon
catchy.
Cult.
So run us through, like, what is your creative process like? What inspires you to make music, other than playing video games and drinking coffee?
Yeah, I mean, video games are huge for me, especially because I play a lot of like story-based stuff. I'm definitely nerdy. I'm into like all the fantasy stuff, you know, like Skyrim and World of Warcraft and like that type of stuff. So that really inspires me. My music, I feel like, is really centered around that sort of vibe with like angels and demons and magic and swords and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It really depends. A lot of times I just start with like drums and I just start making sounds, and then once I have like kind of a base, like a foundation for it, I'll go back and I'll start working on an intro, and I'll get like little melodies going, and then I sort of just build off everything from there. I'll start to hear things in my head and be like, okay, this is kind of the vibe of the track. I'll look for some vocals that kind of fit it, and yeah, just go from there. It takes me a while to write music, actually.
I feel like you're known for your vocals. I mean, like with Immortals and like Genesis, this is Genesis. Like, it's just so catchy. We love it.
I just try to do like stuff that's gonna stick, instead of just like a let's get fucked up or like whatever, you know, throw your hands up type stuff. Like, I feel like that's like kind of generic stuff.
What are you talking about? I love to throw my arms up and my hands up.
I mean, who doesn't?
I'm totally kidding. Yeah.
I know.
Well, how do you think that dubstep is going to evolve in 2021? Like, what's going to be different after this year?
There's so many underground artists that are pushing like this new sound, and I feel like things are getting really experimental. That's what I feel like. It's, instead of just like the straight, you know, the headbanger like that type of stuff, it's getting really interesting. People are starting to do like melodies with their basses and stuff now. Stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
The up and comers are insane. I mean, some of these kids 15, 16 years old are just making like insane music where I'm like, I don't even know. I was playing video games and drinking Mountain Dew when I was 15.
Weren't we all?
Yeah. I mean, they're like signing to Disciple, Never Say Die.
Yeah,
It's
literally. Everyone who's putting in the work now is going to come out.
Yeah, I think this is a true test of like who's here to stay through the quarantine stuff.
Well, we were just talking earlier about how this new like hybrid metal dubstep has been emerging. I mean, like even all of this color-based like melodic rhythm type stuff.
Yeah, I love that stuff, like the Ace Aura stuff. I love that stuff.
Yeah, it's just
Really
been
cool.
so cool to hear that, and I feel like it's taking a very modern turn that is actually being very well received.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely is.
So, who do you think are some of the biggest influencers in the dubstep scene? And what do they mean to you?
I always look towards, for like the tear out big type of stuff, I always look at like Murata, I forget. I don't know how to pronounce
The
it.
Aussie.
The what?
The Aussie.
We love to see the
yeah.
Aussies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he like it, when it comes to like the huge like mosh pit type stuff, he's always got something new. And then Sudden Death, I mean, if you look at like his branding and his sound, he is always pushing something crazy and new. And then when it comes to like the more like typical, I guess you could say, or like the flowy like type of rhythm, I always look at Akios.
Oh yeah, he just recently released an EP, didn't he?
With Roundtable he did, yeah. And then I
Yeah.
think he did another one with Black Label, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I like to call that the slinky rhythm.
Yeah, the Slinky.
That
The
yoik
slinky.
yoik.
Yeah. I know he just announced, I think he has another single coming out with Never Say Die.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
think
he's a big upcomer for sure.
Yeah, and I think he was in high school when I met him.
Oh dang, he's that young?
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I went to, it was a Nightfall Music Festival in Texas back in November, his mom was like taking pictures and like on the side of the stage, and like his chaperone, because I don't think he was 18.
She's like, "You're doing great, honey."
Yeah, it was crazy. And he's like, I think he's like 17, like a junior in high school. Yeah.
Dang, dude, he's already accomplished more than like 99% of 17-year-olds then.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He's got big things.
Yeah.
I think he's here to stay for sure.
Yeah, and I mean like what did you think of Sudden Death Levitating? Did you see that a couple months or like before quarantine?
I mean, who didn't see that?
Yeah, who didn't see that?
Where was that again?
The Palladium?
That was the Palladium. Yeah. That was super cool to me because it felt so cinematic. It felt like a movie. Like he was like trying to take something out of a movie and make the show something special. That was really cool to see.
I feel like he's just doing things that no other artist is really doing. Like with the whole, I saw him at Red Rocks a couple years ago. He walked out with a lampshade on his head. Like that was before the whole Void thing, really, too. And I just feel like he's always kind of trying to like punk people in a way.
Yeah, I remember my buddy found him as Void, and it was like way before anybody knew who it was, and he was like, dude, you gotta hear this. Like, who is this? What is this? And he had like, the Void page had like 3,000 followers, and he sent me the music, and I was like, I don't know who that is. And he's like, man, it sounds like Sudden Death. And I was like, why would Sudden Death make like a different dubstep alias when he's already really big? That doesn't make sense to me. And then he came out and he's like, yep, I'm Void. And my friend's like, dude, I told you.
Oh, we have a Robo Kitty back there.
Yeah, is that the official Robo Kitten?
No, that's not. That's my girlfriend's cat.
What's its name?
Lily.
I think Lily wants to be arrested as well by the Dubstep FBI.
Yeah. She wants to be in the camera in the shot. No, I'm sitting on the couch where she likes to sit. So.
Well, I know we kind of talked about it earlier. So, officially on the record, what are your thoughts on the dubstep drive-ins?
On the drive-ins? I mean, I feel like a lot of it comes down to the patrons to be safe on them. Like, you know, the promoters can only do so much. They can set up everything and they can say, here are the guidelines. This is what we have in place. And it comes down to the people that are attending to, you know, be safe and take it upon themselves to socially distance and do what they need to do. I mean, that at the end of the day, it's like business is business. You know, we would all wake up at the end of this quarantine and coronavirus, and half of our promoters would be gone. They'd be like, well, we couldn't make money during this, and now there's no shows from us ever again because we didn't make any money during this.
Right.
Right.
So it's kind of like a fix for some people too, I think. Like it's nice to actually find, I mean, I'm not going to call it a loophole, but a way to actually go to a show during all of this. And like you said, if they take it upon themselves to be safe, I mean, that's that, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much people can do, and at the end of the day, business is business, and got to stay in business. Otherwise, what are we going to do?
Yeah, and just like what you were saying earlier about everyone, you know, this is a test of who's actually going to make it. And same deal with all these shows, and just with artists doing Twitch live streams, taking donations, or hosting Zoom one-on-one production classes. So, you know, just trying to find ways to still make it.
Yeah, being able to adapt is huge, I think.
Yeah.
Because the music industry is changing every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, being able to adapt is huge.
Yeah, and I just think it's awesome how much the EDM community has come together. You know, like even like Insomniac, they've been hosting all these live streams like daily, still trying to keep the EDM community together, and everyone seems to be wanting to help each other out, especially when all of this happened. Like
I mean, 'cause it's going to be over at some point. It is going to return to normal at some point. At least that's the hope.
Fingers crossed, right?
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Hopefully within the next 6 months. I mean, gosh.
Yeah, I would like to just start traveling again.
Yeah, traveling would be awesome.
You recently had a show the other day, didn't you? You had 2 shows.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I played 2 shows this past weekend. Yep.
Tell us what happened. How did they go?
I mean, it was good. They were both sold out both nights, but it was limited capacity. So, you know, it was 25% capacity. And they had all the social distancing stuff in place. So they had like rows of tables to separate the crowd. So it was like lines. And if masks were required, temperatures were taken at the door. There were a bunch of hand sanitizer stations set up. I stayed in the green room pretty much until I played my set just to be safe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do have like when I was a child, I had RSV, which got scar tissue in my lungs. So I've reduced lung capacity. So I think I got to be a little more careful than most people about the coronavirus, because my lungs would fill up like pneumonia, and it's like they're smaller. So it would be worse for me. So I just try to be as safe as I can. But that was it. That was the only show I had, and then my next one is in October. I mean, if that's even going to happen, and then it's just a bunch of live streams. So,
What do you like in the green room? I know like some artists are really picky. Is there anything special that you'd like to have there for you?
um, I'm really picky about my water.
Fiji water or what?
Oh.
Yes,
Yes, Fiji water.
yes, it's always Fiji water, or have you ever heard of Waiakea?
Mm-mm.
It's like Hawaiian volcanic water,
Ooh.
and they're really cool because I think they say they're the only like carbon neutral water company. And then it's like for every bottle you buy, they donate like a week of clean water to like a country in need. So that's really cool. So I'm like,
That is
hey, if they
cool.
stock my green room with it and they buy 20 bottles just for me, I mean, that's like 20 weeks worth of water for other people,
That's
which
your
is awesome.
your way of being sustainable, right?
Yeah, and I try. I mean, it's hard to find that water, but if they find it,
It's rare.
so that I'm picking about my water, and then definitely Red Bull. Red Bull is my go-to energy drink. I don't really drink anything else.
No monsters, none of that.
Mm-mm.
None of that.
I used to, but it was hard on me. I started to feel really crappy.
You wouldn't drink Yessie's favorite cotton candy Bang.
That stuff to me is that I've never tried it, but I've just heard people say it's like legal cocaine.
Yeah, I think I had 2 sips of it like a couple weeks ago, and I was just
It was
wired.
probably from me.
Yeah, exactly.
You were wired?
I was wired off of like 2 sips of it.
Yeah, over here in Colorado, all we drink is that tap water.
Hey, yeah, but your tap water is mountain water.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta love
Oh.
it.
Yeah, my tap water is like Mississippi water,
Ugh.
dirty river water.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll pass.
Yeah, I don't drink the tap water here. I have bottled water. I
Yeah.
buy like the cases of bottled water.
Cases of Fiji from Costco.
Yeah, right. I wish. No, that's the one. If I'm at home, I'm just like whatever. But when I'm on the road, I'm like I want my Fiji water. And Red Bull. What else? I got Cliff Bars on there. Peanut butter Cliff Bars.
Oh, okay. Now we know what to have stocked when you come to town.
Yeah, I love peanut butter Cliff Bars.
She's taking notes right here.
I think that's about it. I mean, because I don't drink, so I don't have any alcohol in my rider. If I ever add alcohol in my rider, it's for like depending on who's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I know I have good friends coming that like a certain type of beer, I'll throw like a 6-pack on there or something for them. But yeah, I mean, my rider's really simple.
Yeah.
I used to have meat and veggie trays, and I took that stuff off. I'm like, Cliff Bar and Red Bull, and I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Those veggie trays are I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, they're
They vary.
yeah.
Yeah, for real. Well, we're just curious. What do you do during the day? I mean, it seems like you pretty much play video games and sleep all day, but like, do you have a job or did you have one before COVID happened?
I did. I only worked like 1 day a week though. I mean, because the music stuff was like pretty sustainable for me.
Yeah. That's sick.
And that's still on hold. I mean, all the restaurants, most of them are open here, but they told me that they are not going to bring me back until they're at full capacity. And I was like, well, I don't know when that's going to be, when they're going to let restaurants be at full capacity again. So
Yeah.
I've only been just the 1 day a week. It's a nice restaurant, so
Gotta rack in those tips, right?
yeah. No, I used to work at Applebee's a couple years ago. That was horrible.
Oh man.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
thanks.
That was like I was going to school 4 days a week, working 3 days a week, and then trying to find time to make music as well.
Mm-hmm.
That was not fun. It was like I never had a day off. It was 7 days of
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, now you have plenty of time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not much choice.
We can't wait to
But-
hear what you have in the works.
Yeah, I do have a lot of stuff. I have an upcoming release next month, and then I have more new music in September as well. So
Oh, okay. Can you tell us any more about it, or
I
is it a secret?
cannot. The release that's
Damn.
coming next month, I think I should be announcing that in another week or two,
Mm-hmm.
and then the stuff in September I'm still getting finalized.
Well, we will keep an eye on you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. More new music.
Yes, more Bainbridge. Let's go.
Yeah. I know. I need to write more music. I'm gonna work on a ton of collabs too.
Who would be your dream collab?
That's such a tough one because there's so many people.
It's a trick question.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's like a really cliche, but like Excision, just because Excision is like the godfather of dubstep kind of thing. He's kind of like dubstep dad. That's kind of how I feel. So I feel like that'd be something really cool to check off a list.
Yeah, well, we've heard him rinse your tunes at Lost Lands. We've heard him rinse your tunes at EDC Main Stage. So maybe he'll bring you out next time we have a show.
Fingers crossed. That would be awesome. That definitely would be a dream come true. And I want to give him a big hug and thank him because from when he started playing Immortals, that's really what like got me the traction and started to get me noticed and really sort of put me on the map. So I feel like I owe him.
I feel like he's does a really good job of kind of like lifting up other artists, you know, and that's something that we need more of, like just the support that he shows to everyone, how he's always like playing their songs or, you know, willing to listen to what they have coming up. I mean, it really makes a difference for some people.
Yeah, no, it does. I mean, it was even something as small as I posted the video of him playing Immortals at EDC and then he retweeted it. And it was like from that retweet alone, I got like 25,000 views.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's him, it takes, 5 seconds to just retweet, but it's like that helps somebody so much because he has such a big platform.
Yeah, well, even just
really cool.
even just some of our friends in the community, we're always seeing them post like, Excision responded to my email, and Excision's always asking like, yes, keep sending your tracks.
Yeah,
keep sending your
if you have
tracks.
more music, send me this, send me that. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, we need more. Just like what Christy said, we need more artists like that, more support, and that's why we all love him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he's more, instead of stepping on people to get higher, he's bringing them up.
Exactly. Ride the wave.
Yeah, and that's a big thing I love about the EDM community too, is I feel like it's a lot more supportive of underground artists than other genres.
I agree. I mean, I could go on SoundCloud on any given day and find like the filthiest underground stuff, and then
there's some people I found that they're like 100 followers, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what is this? This is insane. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the Dubstep FBI is for, right, Chrissy?
Looking for the filthy beats.
Yeah, we're here to support the up-and-comers.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here for it. I love it.
Yeah, well, we're happy that you joined this call with us. But what is something that you want people to know about you? Like, what do you want to be remembered for?
The escape. I think that's the biggest reason I got into this. I was always kind of like the black sheep, like the outcast. And then when I started going to electronic shows, that I really felt like I found my home, and that's kind of what got me into doing electronic music. I was like, well, I want to be on this platform to give people that escape, the same one like that I felt like I had.
A lot of people who maybe didn't have a place, or like maybe they didn't have a clique or a group they fit in, like I feel like those are the people that I meet at the rave, and that's why everyone gets along so well.
Yeah, that was 100% me. I was like, I didn't really have like the typical like group of friends that always went and did stuff together, or like threw birthday parties for each other or whatever it was. I just had like a few good friends and we just hung out and played games or whatever, but I didn't really have a clique, so to say. And that I felt like I found that when I went to electronic shows.
Yeah.
On my first show, I remember people like, "This is your first show?" And I think I was 16. It was at the Ogden in Denver.
Oh,
what?
Yeah, that was my first electronic show. Yeah, and they're like, "This is your first show? What? Well, like, look at this, and let me show you that, and like, come hang out with us, and this and that." And it was really weird. I was like super shy, but no, they like welcomed me in, and then I went back to like a different show, and it was the same sort of thing, and I just fell in love with it. And I was like, "This is what I want to do." I felt like I found my home, and yeah, so it was like I found my passion when I was like 16, 17,
I mean, the feeling that you get when you're at a dubstep show specifically, or I mean, even any electronic show, it's just like my worries go out the window and I'm happy and I love everyone around me. Like no one's, making me irritated or anything. Like it's just so happy and it's a great place to be.
Yeah, no, 100%.
The happiest place on earth.
Yeah, it's just that you're just there in that moment and there's nothing else to worry about like on the outside. And I'm in love with that.
Yeah, same here. We can't wait to go to the next one, whenever that will be, whenever it's safe, even though it may be different.
Yeah.
But We can't wait to be, especially under the electric sky again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
wait.
The EDC that is a special place.
It always will be.
Yeah, I've been 2 years, and there's nothing else like it. I had the EDC withdrawals like a month later. I'm just like, take me back.
I know.
Same. We were watching like the memories on our stories like 1 year ago, and we were like, don't remind me.
Yeah, mine was like 4 or 5 years ago, and it would pop up, and it's me with all the candy on and all the crazy outfits, and I had our totem and everything. Yeah.
You gotta have the totem.
We love to see it.
Yeah.
Well, Reggie, we're gonna kind of change it up here a bit.
Okay.
So this is our favorite part of the show. We're gonna do what we call a lightning round. So I'm gonna let Chrissy kick it off from here.
All right. Festivals. Would you rather camp or get a hotel?
Hotel.
Base capital. Is it Denver or Montreal?
Okay, so I've heard Denver is the capital of the United States. Montreal is the capital of the world. That's what I.
We'll have to see for ourselves.
That's up for debate.
Okay.
All right. BroStep or Rhythm?
Rhythm. For sure.
Serum or faceplant?
Serum right now. I need to learn faceplant. I just bought it like last week. I really need to dive in. I'm trying to finish some music right now, but then once that's over, I think I'm going to try to dive in and really learn it.
All right. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
SoundCloud or Spotify?
SoundCloud. The SoundCloud audio, like the quality's not as great as Spotify, but the underground artists and like remixes and bootlegs and like things like that can get posted, I feel like that makes it invaluable.
All right. 12th Planet or Company?
12th Planet.
Ableton or FL Studio?
Ableton. 100%.
150 or 140 BPM?
150.
All right, last one. You have to choose one festival to play at. EDC Las Vegas or Lost Lands?
Oh, come on.
You only have one.
You can't do that. Oh.
Sorry, Reggie.
I don't know if I can pick between those two. EDC has always been like the bucket list, like the major dream for me. And that was before Lost Lands, you know. I don't know if I can pick between those two.
What if it was main stage at EDC versus?
And yeah, that was EDC main stage was always like my life goal, my life dream. So
that's a career moment.
That's something that I would never forget.
That's how you know you've made it.
Yeah, no kidding. You step up on that stage. Yeah, I feel like you would have 1,000 emotions flowing through you in about 10 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any final words for our audience today?
I don't know. Lots of new music coming. Stay tuned.
Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Reggie. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, and for everyone that's listening at home, whatever it is that you're doing, stay safe, wear a mask, look out for each other. And we shall see you all at the next rave, next show, wherever it may be. Stay safe, everyone. Yeah, the next live stream. We'll see you in the chat.
Yeah. Thanks, Reggie.
Yep, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.